Hello to all my people. If you're watching live, checking us out on YouTube, or listening on your favorite podcast provider, you are most definitely my people. Welcome to another episode of Botched Spots and Share Shots. I am still your host, a chef by trade and a mark by choice. I am the Will Gray, and joining me tonight is none other than TikTok extraordinaire Soto619. Soto, thanks for coming on, brother. How are you?
Oh man, I'm great. Thank you for having me.
I'm excited for this. You and I were live, and we've been live together the last couple weeks. I've been doing it's Tim's fault, and I'm just gonna make it perfectly clear. Like, I really wasn't a TikTok live person. What's up, Reek? Thanks for stopping by, bud. Scals is here. Tommy's here. Al's here. You have to be though. So I've been going live with Tim. I hadn't really been a whole lot of TikTok lives. It really wasn't my cup of tea, and now Tim goes live every night and he does these just dope ass debates, and it's just been a lot of fun. So I'm glad you're here having a chance to talk shop with us on the big show on Sundays.
Absolutely, man, I'm excited.
Dude, I'm glad you're here. Also on the screen, repping the Jacksonville 316 shirt, we've got lots to talk to this man about. He's the co-host of Botched Spots, Share Shots, and Nerdy News at 420. He is the co-host of NXT on Tap and the host of Boyfriend Time and the Wolfpack Podcast. It's everybody's favorite Ginger Ninja, Jaxpo. Jax, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic, Mr. Will.
Dude, you've had a hell of a couple weeks.
Wrestling wise, just this year. And it's not over yet.
Not even by a little bit.
No.
Not even. We'll get to some of that because I'm going to ask you a question later in the show about it, and we're going to kind of tie everybody in.
Okay.
Jess says, "Hey, Bubba. Hey, Allison. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here, Daddy Jess." And but it wouldn't be Botched Spots and Share Shots without her perched upon the Iron Throne in the Boss Bitch's corner. She is the Beyonce to my Hova, the Bonnie to my Clyde. She is the brains behind Rivet City Radio. It's the Boss Bitch, Al. Al, how the hell are you?
I'm good. I'm super tired. We did an indie show yesterday, so that's a lot of work.
Dude, yesterday was a ton of work. The show itself was, including the Hall of Fame, over 6 hours.
Wow.
From beginning to end. It was a
W show.
Yeah, dude, it was a lot. We did a full hour Hall of Fame plus 2 intermissions with stuff. Plus a full whole ass wrestling show with a banger of a ladder match for the main event. It was nuts, dude. It was one of the coolest. I've been covering independent wrestling for 3 years. We've been producing it and doing camera work for a year now. And Al, I think you would probably agree. Last night was the coolest indie show we've been a part of.
For sure.
Like, it was fucking nuts. I can't wait to get the footage edited up so everybody can see it, just so I can show it off and be like, look what my friends did. Look how cool my friends are. Because that's exactly what I'm going to do. All right. Before we get to business, I have to appease the algorithmic gods. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching us on youtube.com/Rivet City Radio, remember it's free to like, follow, subscribe, and to do all those things. If you're watching us on twitch.tv/Rivet City Radio, it is free to subscribe and comment, but those subscriptions cost you a little bit. Those of us watching on X, we appreciate you hanging out with us. It's always a pleasure. And those listening to the audio replay on Apple and Spotify, we are currently ranked in the top 200. We saw a little bit of slip last week, but we're still in there. So remember to like and comment, leave a 5-star review. But we're here. It's business time. It's time to get to it. Soto, you're the guest. You don't have to go first, but somebody has to talk here because I will call names. What has you pissed off for greatness this week in the world of pro wrestling? What has you the most worked up? Good, bad, indifferent. It could be outside of wrestling, inside of wrestling, gear, a match, a finish, anything. I don't give a shit. Why are you guys pissed off for greatness?
Besides the whole Tiffany stuff, the whole drama that's been going down this week, I think, man, I feel really indifferent with wrestling, to be honest. I don't really ever have a bad week where I'm like, man, this sucked. I just love professional wrestling, man. I'm in it for the story long term. At this very moment, at the tippy top of my brain, I've been thinking for a while. I can't think of anything that has me pissed off at this moment in time. if anybody else does.
That's an amazing
it's off
answer.
too. Thanks.
We
buddy.
have a buddy named Kyle, and every time he ever comes on the show, he says, and he does it to kind of poke at me because he's always like, I don't get pissed off, Will. I have no reason to be mad. I have a healthy wife and beautiful kids and a great life. And I'm like, fuck you. You're missing the point, Kyle. But yeah, I'm glad, man. That's a good piece of like, that's a good feeling in the IWC because we see so much negativity and toxicity and stuff, especially across all the social medias between Instagram and Twitter and TikTok and YouTube and all of it. Like you see a lot of that toxicity. So to hear somebody from the IWC come forward and go, you know what? I'm just genuinely enjoying the shit out of wrestling. 1,000% here for that.
Absolutely, man. There's nothing that I can really complain, right? I'm just sitting on my couch watching it and just enjoying it. I'm not the one performing.
No, that's fair. My pissed off for greatness is sort of wrestling related, but not fully. It's sort of a if you know, you know situation. But I'm going to say this is a public service announcement to anybody listening. Tennessee is full.
I'm done. I'm done. No. Fuck,
Now
God,
we
get
close
off
another
that.
episode of Botched Spots and Share Shots.
Please, please don't move here unless like I like you. Like, please don't.
Super Beard.
Get out of my state. Thanks.
Hi, Timmy. You're back. AJ's here. He says his pissed off for greatness is that I can say May 19th and not be worried about Kane. Okay.
Oh yeah, that one, I kept seeing a bunch of those clips come up.
Yeah. It's got to be Kane, right? Wasn't that this time? Like,
It was,
what?
it was See No Evil.
Did we ever finish?
Yeah. Oh, fuck. God. Well, when did we just watch See No Evil with Timmy? Not with Timmy, with Matt. Nice shirt, Bo. He was there with you. Al went. Bo, it's your turn.
My pissed off for greatness is it's kind of a thing, man, but I've gone to a couple wrestling shows this month, in the past month, but a WWE show going to SmackDown this week, and the spectacle of everything they do, and getting to take my nephew for the first time. That's my I love like they entertained a kid that's never watched it before. It was great.
I want to talk about that when we get into the news and rumors and anything goes portion of it, because I'm curious for everybody's take now, because you've got the recency bias of seeing all the companies live. Al has unfortunately been taken to every company under the sun in the last 3 years, whether she wanted to be there or not. And I know Soto's content, so I know he watches a ton of wrestling. So I'm curious when we get to that section of the episode about everybody's opinions on live wrestling. My pissed off for greatness this week has absolutely nothing to do with wrestling. And I enjoy the fact I'm with Soto right now. I'm eating well as both a wrestling writer, as a wrestling content creator, and as a wrestling fan. There is nothing but banger wrestling happening right now. So I don't think there's any reason to genuinely be pissed off. But what has me pissed off for greatness is the new season of Fortnite that starts in about a week. And that is they're adding Fallout to Fortnite. You're going to get power armor. They're going to have like Nick Valentine is going to be a skin. Like they're adding stuff from the Fortnite universe from the Fallout universe into Fortnite. And I can't wait for that. I'm exponentially excited for Fallout Fortnite.
Exponentially.
It's a big word for Elmo.
I'm not a big video game guy. I mostly just play the wrestling video games. That's kind of what I stick to. But I did watch the Fallout TV show, and I really enjoyed it. And for not playing the games, I really enjoyed it.
We obviously we don't hide it. With the bottle caps and Rivet City Radio, we take a lot of influence for our aesthetic from Fallout, both in real life and outside. I love antiquing and stuff like that. That whole vintage aesthetic, like absolutely love it. The Fallout show It's not a Dr. Pepper, Timmy. I know. I'm drinking a Coke. I finished my Dr. Pepper before we went live, and I had a Coke from earlier, and I decided to break brand live on air.
Well.
Well, I couldn't drink. You want to tell him what happened?
So he couldn't drink it earlier.
Why?
Because I threw it. Because a cicada landed on me when we were getting in the car from the grocery store, and his Coke was in my hand.
And she just like throws everything and just screams. And I was like, "What the fuck's happening?" And she was like, "It was the cicada." And I was like, "Okay."
It was on me and it chirped and it scared me.
It made a sound and it was
Wendy.
That's it. Now this one, I kind of sprung this one on you. Not that I sprung everything on you, really. I dropped the ball. I didn't even, because I